Hi, this is Ask Brock. I'm Brock Yorty. This week's question comes from Bradley. Brock, last week our driller crushed its hand on the drill rig. What could we have done to prevent that? You know, we in this industry just have a willingness to play injury roulette. It's our culture. We accept that because we're working on equipment that can crush and rotate and at heights and all of the situations that come with being on a drilling project, being on a construction project, that injuries are going to occur. You know, and if we look at Bird's Triangle, you know, there's 600 unsafe acts that go to 30, minor injuries, and then 10 serious injuries, and then eventually at the top of that pyramid is a fatality. And so we look at it and we look at this hand crush, and that's one of the 10 before we get to somebody being horrifically injured, or we end up hugging the family and shaking hands with the loved ones and saying, we're sorry for your loss. It's unacceptable in our industry. So you say he crushed his hand last week going into the holiday weekend, right? We're thinking about memorializing and showing appreciation to the brave men and women who gave all. And we're thinking about barbecues and stuff. So when this happened, were we physically on site and mentally not there? Which happens, right? And we're going to see it again coming up on 4th of July and Labor Day. It's that time of year where it's warm. We want to get out on the boat. We want to go camping. We want to do things outside and celebrate. And we're coming out of this crazy pandemic. And so everybody wants to get back together, and it's got us distracted. So now you've had this serious injury, and I want you to think back. So we had those 30 minor injuries. When we look at our colleagues' hands, we look at scrapes, bruises, black and blue nails, those situations where we went, damn, that was close. That's part of the 600 near misses. Everything's in front of us. Everything's right there showing us. So what can we do to prevent it? We can have good processes. We can make good choices. We can have the right tools. We can talk about the hazards at hand before they happen. And hand injuries are a bad deal. There's a lot of working, muscles and tendons and arteries and bones in your hands. And it's a hard recovery process when we do something bad to our hands. So we have to be very careful, along with making sure we have the right personal protective equipment. It used to be 10 years ago, I got my hard hat and I got my boots on, I'm good. And now it's, safety glasses, hearing protection, respiratory protection, our high vis, our hard hats, our boots. These are all important to us. But what's more important? Having each other's back on site. And that starts with having a stop work authority, that anybody on site can say stop. Say stop. Get the tempo slowed down before we do something that's going to be dangerous. We say stop because that looks not quite right. The way that we're hoisting or that load is secured. And this moment right here, we can get together as a team and say, yeah, I get it, because we're all seeing different things. Or we can say stop, get your head in the game. I understand we all want to be drinking cold ones on Saturday and Sunday and Monday, but right now we have to be here and now, because this rig doesn't care what happens. It's there to crush and disrupt and make a hole in the ground. And therefore, we have to be prepared. The same as if we're going to pull a pump or we're going to go into a confined space. When you look at OSHA and what they focus on, from falls to electrocution to crushing to struck by, it's all there on our drilling projects, on our pump projects. So we have to be smart, and we have to be able to say, stop. Where's your situational awareness? Are you okay? What are you thinking about? We start tripping pipe and we get complacent because it's payday and it's almost a holiday. So what can we do to prevent these injuries? good processes, people making good choices, and the ability for anybody to say stop. And sometimes we don't say stop because we're unsure, or we're too scared that the driller is right, or pain's temporary. Those type of things, unacceptable. So yeah, saying stop, good processes, and everybody having each other's back is the only way we have safer job sites. And just remember, right now, you have 9 more serious injuries before something really bad happens. And we can't have that happen. We're a great industry, and I care about everybody out there. We all care about each other, and we got to make sure that we stay safe.